like how they have movies.
Shalom, Israel. This is Priest and Officer Kwaraya Allah from the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. I'm out here out in Connecticut. This is a Connecticut school out here. And we've been teaching since 1969 to now, ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians about their heritage, about who they are, and why we in the conditions we in, and coming and bringing our peoples back to the Lord. We've been doing this for some time now, since 1969 to now, and we have to understand that in light of us doing this, we go out every Saturday. We go when everything goes down. When injustices and when wrong is being done to our people, no matter what, our people still tend to find a way to have it in their heart to love our oppressor. We have it in our heart to hold on one second. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashabrakathum, Yahweh Shema Alathum Bashim Yashai, Salakia, to everybody out there that's watching. Since 1969 to now, we've been grinding. We've been trying to wake our people up. But the one thing that our people tend to still have is forgiveness in their heart and a love for the same people that have done our people wrong for years, since Esau and Jacob. And the big part of the blame for that is these Christian churches out here, because they don't give a damn. These Christian churches don't give a damn about our people. All they care about is just getting the money, getting money from our people, bleeding our people dry, taking all their financial resources and taking it for their own selfish gain. Understand that, like any bully, a bully is not going to respect you if you try to be their friend. What a bully expects from you is to stand up for your own. Understand that the white man, this goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, is the biggest bully, is the biggest gangster out here in this world. Understand that you cannot sit there and love the same person that's beating you up. Understand that there's a name for that. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is something that is plaguing our communities, left and right. Stockholm Syndrome is a big part of why we cannot move forward and why we cannot come together as one. Because there's a lot of our people that still wants to love these damn dogs. The so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And why is that? Because it's a trickle-down effect. Because our black leaders have failed us. Our black leaders that we turn to, going to church. Our leaders, our Jesse Jacksons, our Al Sharptons, have failed us. Why is that? Because all the marching that we doing for all these years of marching and protesting and marching, and nothing's gotten done. Understand that, what's that old scientific, they used to always say this, like, I mean, they still say it now, but if you're doing the same thing and you're not getting the same results, correct me if I'm wrong, Salaki, if I get it wrong, but basically that's insanity. If you're looking for different results and you're doing the same thing, you're constantly doing the same thing, it's basically insanity. It's insane to think that you're still marching. We've been marching since the 50s, 60s, right? You're still marching, still protesting, and you're getting the same results. We still getting slaughtered in the middle of the streets. We still getting killed. Police are still harassing. These devils is finding some way to find you when you're vulnerable. Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, men and women, and children, catch us at vulnerable or by ourselves to attack us, to try to harm us. Understand that America do not like us. These red dogs don't like, all these other nationalities do not like us. All they want is our money, and that's it. They don't care to be around us. They don't want nothing, no parts of us. And as soon as we can get this through our heads, the better off this world and this society will be. But understand, it's not just that. We got to come back to the Most High, first and foremost. But a lot of us, when we go to these Christian churches, we know that we have to turn to a higher power. The only problem is, when you're in these Christian churches, you're not turning to the higher power. You're turning to the damn devil. The same damn devil, the same damn deity that this whole country was built on. America was built on the characteristics, the ways, and the customs of Caesar Borgia. And we are still in these churches following the same ways. This country was built off of theft, being stolen land, murdering, raping, homosexuality, drug dealing, every possible thing that the Most High says in these scriptures not to do. This country is built on it. And we still want to follow after our oppressors. Understand that if we don't make a change, the time is coming where you're going to be forced. You're not going to have no choice in the matter. You're not going to have no choice in changing. You're going to change. Either way you look at it, it's not a good thing. So if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you would want to get into these classes. Because there's nobody on the face of this earth that can say that they've never seen or heard, especially with social media now, of ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. There's nobody that can say the truth. They've never heard the truth. Because we are all across this world right now. We're global. We're international. And it's being seen. So at the end of the day, everybody's going to be held accountable when that day comes. And trust me, because there's prophecies in there. I'm not going off of my understanding, but in these scriptures, it tells you that when that day comes, that it's going to be it's going to be serious. It's not going to be. It's going to be a bad day for a lot of us. I'm not talking about the heathens. I'm talking about 2/3 of our people. It's going to get spanked. It's going to get spanked. Spank. Not spank is a light word. They're going to get their ass handed to them. Salakia. Understand that. But as a result of that, and coming back to us, we have to understand who our oppressor is. Because this bastard Esau, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, he don't give a damn about us. He don't give a damn about us. So, as soon as we can get this through our thick heads, the better off we'll be as a people, as a nation. Because when you're around here and you see, you have like a lot of these celebrities, your Oprah Winfrey's, your Steve Harvey's, etc., etc. When you sit there and you look at them, and they're doing things and they cooning right in public, right there on TV, in front of your eyes, in front of millions of people that's watching, just for that coin, just for that money, for that paycheck. Understand that they are no different than Michael King, or what y'all would know as Martin Luther King. Because at the end of the day, if you're in a position, if you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, and you're in a position to have a platform, you should be utilizing your platform to help bring our people back together, and not misleading our people just because of your popularity with this society and with this country, to degrade them just for that paycheck, or well, not degrade them, but to mislead our people, because they're no different than the Christian pastors that's out there. When our people are looking for answers and hope because of the oppression, and because of the fact that they know in their spirit it got to be a better way, but they go to church every day, paying their tithes and giving donations, only because in their mind they believe that the Lord is going to be with them. We have to understand that after a while of getting the same results week after week after week, we have to say to ourselves, what are we doing wrong? But a lot of us don't, because we become so conditioned that every week is like, any little thing that happened, they'll sit there and tell, oh yeah, that was the Lord, and you got to keep doing it, and you got to pay, and the donations got to increase, so your blessings could increase, they'll come with some nonsense. And our people believe that. Instead of them saying, no, this is what it is, like any other organization out there, and any other belief system other than ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, is going to mislead our people for their own selfish reasons, whether it's money, popularity, power. Either way is not a good thing. Either way, it's doing a disservice to our people. Hold on one second, Salakia. Can you put this? It should be up there. It should be up there. You just scroll down your page, and you can sign in. If not, as a matter of fact, hold up. I'll put it up for you. Yes, Salaki. But understand that we have to know who we're dealing with. You have to know your enemy before Andabar. You have to know your enemy in order to know how to deal with them. And a lot of us don't. A lot of us, like I brought up earlier, and we've been bringing out, have Stockholm syndrome. And that's they call it the battered woman syndrome. That's loving your oppressor. The same one that's beating and belittling you is the same ones that you're going to want to be up under. Because you, physically and mentally, you feel like you can't beat them. So you just become a part of them and just roll with whatever they do, whatever they doing. And a lot of times it's never good. All right. So let me get into some scriptures now, because understand that Esau, our oppressors, is very cunning, like the scriptures say. Our oppressors has a perpetual hatred for us. Why is that? Because two things. Because for one, the promise was given to us. The covenant was given to us. For two, we're the salt of the earth. You know, we're the Lord's chosen people. The Lord chose us above all nations. And it's a jealousy thing. In their spirit, they no matter how hard they try to like a black, Hispanic, or Native Indians, they hate us. And we have to know who our oppressors are. But like I said, the churches won't teach you that. All these other organizations won't. They won't teach you that. Why is that? Because at the end of the day, that's taking money out of their pocket. They rather money over saving brothers and sisters' lives. That's the Christian churches for you. They would rather you suffer in the hands of our oppressors, and while they're rich and they filling their bellies, than to look out for their brothers, to give them awareness, to teach them the right way. So let me get into Salakia. Romans 9 and 13. Romans 9 and 13. Okay. It says, and now this is the Lord talking. They said, yeah, that's right, sis. Shara, Ranah, Yahawada, they would lose their bread. Romans 9:13 says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now, understand, the Christian church, they teach you to God loves everybody. God loves the whole world. God loves this. God loves that. The Most High do love the whole world, but what world is it? It's the Israelite world, the 12 tribes world, our world. You know? Understand that when you look at the word world is an age or society. The Most High loves our society, the 12 tribe society, black, Hispanic, Native Indians, all 12 tribes from the so-called Negroes all the way down to the so-called Mexicans. That's the world. Not this every nation and all that. No, because it says, I'm going to read it again, as it is written, Jacob have I loved. That's the 12 tribes. We come from that lineage. But Esau have I hated. Esau, which means red and wasted away. Now, have you seen any black, Hispanic, or Native Indians that look red and wasted away? Understand that Esau, the so-called white man, is the only one on the face of this earth that is red and wasted away. When you look at the Africans, a lot of them are black and wasted away. they look discombobulated with Salakia. But as far as that was a sidebar. But as far as Esau, Esau is red and they wasted away. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we have to understand that this is deep rooted in us. I mean, in them, that the hatred that they have for us. Understand that it's in our spirit to be loving and forgiving because we're the Lord's chosen. Naturally, we're forgiving, but a lot of us have incorporated throughout the years the characteristics of Esau, of our oppressors, the hate to the point where you want to kill your brother, kill your sisters, because at the end of the day, this is ways and customs. Understand that this so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, they have no regards for us. No regards. And I'm a sidebar. I was down about a couple weeks ago, down in Mississippi. And let me tell you how evil it is. I'm a sidebar. There was a sister out there, Corzetta Johnson, down in Aberdeen, Mississippi. Now, this didn't get no national headlines or nothing. Wasn't on the internet. It wasn't nothing on the news down there or nothing. Understand that this devil out there ran over this sister and killed her. He was drunk, high, you name it. He was impaired, basically. And he killed this sister. Ran over her. Boom, boom. Come to find out, he was related to one of the sheriffs out there. They drove him around till he sobered up, took him in, never got charged with nothing. Now here you got a family grieving. I got to meet the sister out there and the aunt and the family. And they're grieving. And the sad thing about it is that's a norm for the brothers and sisters out there down south. In Aberdeen, Mississippi. That was a norm. And to see that sister sitting there looking just numb, like, what are you gonna do? Like no hope. To see that sister's spirit beaten down. Like, it's just, it's troublesome. It's bothersome because our people, our lives are valuable. This damn devil's out here feel like we ain't worth nothing. Because they have us thinking that we ain't worth nothing. But what we got to understand is that we're the salt of the earth. We are prince and princesses of the power. Yasha Allah. We got to understand that although this world and this society may try to make us seem like we ain't nothing, we are something. As it is written. It's in the book. I'm going to read again. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved. This is the Most High talking. But Esau have I hated. But to see these years of oppression and our people being beaten down and our leaders not feeding the right information to our people, this is what's going to happen. Our people are losing hope. Our people have nobody to lean on. We have no leadership. We do, but in their eyes is no leadership. Until they come back into ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, our people have no leadership. We have a leader out here. We're building, slowly but surely. But understand that until our people accept the fact that these Christian churches are nothing and is doing nothing for us, we always gonna have this problem. We always gonna have this problem of looking for some hope in somebody that don't give a damn about us. Meaning these Christian pastors, these churches out here. Understand that. Let me drop that. Let me get Lamentations 4:18. Lamentations 4:18. Understand that, like I said, I brought up the situation with that sister out there, and I brought it up because we was out there with the brothers, and you know we met up with a couple of brothers and sisters out there, and when we got together, you know, it was a good thing because everybody put their differences aside and we was talking and chopping it up, you know, in you know, in the spirit of being just brothers to one another, you know. And it's like we gotta understand and we gotta come together and realize that we need a higher power to deliver us from this. Because understand that, yeah, a lot of us got guns, we got weapons, we got cats that physically, you know, go up, match up with, mop the hell out of a lot of these damn devils. But the thing they got over us, they got the resources, they got militaries. We don't have militaries. We need a higher power, just like the Most High delivered Moses out of Egypt, delivered us out of Egypt around the time of Moses, and delivered us out of a lot of other situations. We need the Most High to deliver us out of this hellhole right here. But first, we got to come back. We got to come back to Him, because if we don't, then it's going to be the same cycle from the 50s: marching, protesting, getting dogs sicked on us, fire hoses, you know, getting shot with rubber bullets, you know, the beginning of sanity. What is it? The beginning of sanity is constantly doing the same thing and looking for a different result. Marching ain't doing nothing. Protesting ain't doing nothing. But you know what? What a lot of us haven't done was come into the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. A lot of us see our videos and see us out there. It's just that a lot of us choose not to. Why is that? Is it pride? Is it because you don't want to feel like we've been saying it for years and you've heard us and you feel like somebody's going to say, I told you so? We don't do that in here. Don't let pride stagnate you from coming back to the Most High. Don't let that proud heart stagnate you from saying, you know what, enough is enough. Look, there's no results. Y'all marched, y'all protest, y'all even rioting. Still the end results. People still getting killed out there. People are still getting trampled over. People are still dying out here at the hands of our oppressor. We have to know who our oppressor is. We have to know who the devil that the Bible speaks of is. Until we do that, we always going to have that problem. Until we come back to the Most High, we always going to have the issue of a family member, a loved one, or somebody dying in these streets out here, in these mean streets. We have to come to that understanding that we have to do something different. We have to do something different because we march all day. A lot of us got strong legs, strong feet. You know? But once again, that's good on the physical part. We getting a good workout. protesting. You're getting a good workout, but what results is happening? Nothing. No results. We got to come back. We got to come back, and we got to, you know, let the Most High and let the Most High see that that we're serious, that we want Him. Not the time is now, but as long as we keep following the ways of this world, as long as we still want to, you know, idolize, look up, and follow in the footsteps of your Cardi B's and your Megan Thee Stallions and a lot of these other rappers out here that's rapping about basically nothing, about vanity stuff, vain stuff, you know, you're gonna get the same results. You're gonna get the same results. Y'all want brotherhood? Y'all want to see true black love? Y'all got to come in here. Y'all got to get into this school. Understand that we don't say stuff because it sounds good. We say because it's true. You know? Out in the world, when I thought we had brotherhood and the brothers I was running with out there in the street, I was like, our team is solid. But when I sit back and look at it, for brothers out in the world, on a worldly level, I would say it was more brotherhood than the normal. But compared to the UPK, it's nowhere near that. Because you still had the snake, you still had the little grimy stuff, but it was a togetherness where no matter what, we still had each other's back. But that was on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, I don't have to know or really rock with a brother, but I could go across this damn world and country, and it's going to be hospitality and love. And also, sidebar, I'm going to big up Mississippi, Officer Tazadak, Officer Zion, for the hospitality when I was out there. Salakia. As you can see, I'm not really into the pictures, but I'm going to post some pictures or whatever. Salakia. But I just want to thank the brothers. When I was out there, it was nothing but love, as always. The UPK love, as always. And also big up to Captain Kahan, as well. The hospitality is real. The brotherhood is real out here in the UPK. Out in the world, that wouldn't have happened. Out in the world, you still would have been every man for himself. UPK, you get that real brotherhood and sisterhood as well. I'm not going to leave out the sisters as well. You get that you get the sisterhood, you get the love, and it's real. It's so damn real, it feels like it's not even real. It feels like this is like a dream. To know that you could drop your wallet, you could be drunk, and you could be nice, and you could fall asleep, and you know that you're going to be brought home or brought to a safe spot where you can rest, or brothers and sisters let you sleep there and not have to worry about nothing missing out your pockets or your shoes taken or anything. You don't have to worry about none of that. That's UPK for you. Out in the world, nah, you're missing stuff. You're even getting violated. Yeah. But here, the brotherhood and the sisterhood is real. That's why anybody looking for that love or need a family, if you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, ISUPK is your family. You come in here. You come back to your family. You come home. You claim your culture. You come back because it's real. And that's the coming back together is what's going to increase and strengthen this nation. But if we keep sitting here, I'm a, and keep putting stuff off, look, you can't force a crown on your head, At the end of the day, one way or another, y'all either going to listen to what we say, or you're going to pray and hope that the Lord have mercy when judgment day comes. That's the best we can tell you. Me, I don't even want to take that chance. The Lord tells you don't tempt them. Do not tempt them. You know? But sidebar, I'm gonna get back on track. Lamentations 4:18. It says, "They hunt our steps." Now understand that when you look at the news, when you look at social media, when you look at all across the globe, all across the nation, you see a black man, a black woman, a black child, an elderly person, man and woman getting slaughtered. Understand that there's targets on our back. If you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, there's targets on our back. We got big bullseye signs on our back, and they're using us for target practice, and they don't care. That's the thing. They don't care about us. Because if they cared about us, you wouldn't be seeing half the stuff that's going on. And understand that right now we in that social media era with the cameras and the phones. Could you imagine the amount of crimes and the killings that was done years ago before all the cameras and social media? So understand that this is a norm that's been going on. It's just that now it's just more out in the open. And to show you how much this government cares about us, all these cops get off. All these dogs that are not police officers get off. And why is that? Because they look out for their own. They protect their own. They make sure if war is waged on a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, they're protecting their soldier. But let one of us do something to them, we gonna get persecuted, huh? Like the brother that Breonna Taylor, her was it her husband or boyfriend, however they classified him. He shot to protect his wife, and he had to go through a whole, to get off. He eventually got off, but he had to go through all this to get off when these cops wrongfully killed and busted and killed his wife, and he was just protecting his. So it just goes to show you that we have to, when the scriptures say come out of Babylon, we come out of that, and we also separate from them. Start building back our communities, black, Hispanic. Get back to mommy and poppy stores. Support black businesses, and so forth. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these businesses is built off of our creations. What we create, they take, and because they have the financial resources to fund and to create it, to make it more on a more global scale, that's all they do. They're nothing but culture vultures. These dogs out here, even down to Amalek, the so-called Jews, the fake Jews, they stole our culture from us. And we walk around here like, go tell a black person that you're an Israelite, that you're a Hebrew Israelite. They'll look at you like you got 4 heads on your shoulder. What? You a Jew? I'm a Jew? Nah, I ain't no Jew, they Jews. These bastards have warped our way of thinking like a 360. Because to sit there and call another black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man or woman a Jew, now more and more of our people are waking up. But a lot of our people is, I don't know. I was raised in a Christian church. I'm a Christian. That's all I know. They will not let that go. Understand that there's going to be a point where you're going to have no choice. But let me get back to that. Salakia. Lamentations 4:18. They hunt our steps. that we cannot go in our streets. Understand that even now, when you look in New York and you look in a lot of the hoods that they gentrified, when we was once able to hang out all 3, 4 in the morning, you know, sitting in front the projects or sitting in front of your house or whatever, understand that that was taken from us. Since these devils start moving into our communities, now extra security, extra police. Now you can't do this. Now you can't do that. I don't know if any of y'all have been in New York City, but if you drive by the projects, it looked like they filming a movie in every last project out there. They got big movie lights out there with the police sitting there because a lot of them have kicked a lot of our people out the projects because they trying to turn them into little co-ops where all these devils are moving into, so they could bump up the rent, and they eventually working on trying to move every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian out of there. And it's not just New York; it's in other areas too. Everywhere we are, the Lord's chosen, the Lord's children, the 12 tribes, they want to be there with us. When we move here, they want to be around us because they know that the Lord is dealing with us. So they want to be around us. But understand that we can't go in the streets while they hunt our steps because they're killing us. We sit there and go to the store, look at Trayvon Martin. Look at the brother that they killed not too long ago, Ahmaud Arbery, you know, Rashard Brooks, Breonna Taylor, so forth. Like, I could just do a whole class just naming, and then some, naming every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that they caught, that they killed. You know, understand that when we go in our streets, we're not even safe in our own streets. We're not even safe in our own neighborhoods. At least back in the days, if we was find ourselves out of our area, I know. But once we know we made it back home, we were safe in our neighborhoods. We can't even do that now, because no matter what, you turn around and get killed. Look at what's that brother in Brooklyn? That got killed. He was coming from the movie with his rib a few years back. But you know, a car girly. You know what I mean? Brother who just come from the movie, a scared Asian cop, a scared bastard, shot him because he was so nervous the lights was dim, and shot him and killed him. He just took his wife out on a date, ain't coming home. He decided to walk up them steps, only to get slaughtered in the staircase of his building. But you see, you know, at the end of the day, we get slaughtered, even in our own streets, you know? You can't go in the streets. Okay, let me finish. It says, our end is near. The end of our curse is near. The end of this being in slavery is near. So understand that we have to ride this out. And we got to do it righteously. We got to do it, and we got to come back to the Most High. Because if we don't, it's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a real big problem. But once again, we're here to warn. We're here to watch. We watching over our people, you know. We're watchmen. But understand that once the information is given and you know, our hands is washed. You know, nobody can say that they never heard this word. So understand that if you're hearing this word, you would want to get in contact and get in these classes, whether it's online or physical. You want to get in these classes. Because, like I said, our end is, like the scripture said, our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is to come. You know? I'm going to go to 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. They pursue us everywhere. Understand that they no matter what, they're going to follow us. Wherever we hide, wherever we run into, wherever, because they want to kill us. If they have in their mind they want to kill you, they're going to kill you. The only reason we're not wiped out as a nation is because the Lord is showing mercy on us. The Lord is holding them back. Because if the Most High left it up to them and they thought process, we all would be out of here. We all would be out of here easily. But the Most High, He's sparing us. He's showing mercy on us because of the condition and the way we're in right now. Understand that this is the Lord showing mercy on us from our oppressor. Understand that with that, you know, searching us and hunting like an eagle, like I said, they hunting us. But this is the flip side, because this is why being in this truth and learning these scriptures is serious. Because when you see us out here and you see us in these classes, you see us out in the streets putting in that work, understand that this is the job of an Israelite to do this. Understand that right now, the Most High, we have a job to do. And we have to follow it through and through. When the Most High say do something, we have to do it through these scriptures righteously. So understand that there's going to be a time for us to wake our people up, and then there's going to be a time for us to get to, you know, get to slaughtering, you know. So I'm going to go into Jeremiah 16 and 16. There's one of my favorite scriptures. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Most High, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For mine eyes, 17, for mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquities hid from my eyes. Understand that right now we're fishing. We're fishing men in. We're fishing our people in. Waking our people up. But when that time comes for us to start hunting, it's going to be a lot of slaughtering going on. There's going to be a lot of slaughtering. And when that day comes, I mean, I pray and hope nobody's going to be looking for us to be out there standing on the corners teaching. Because the scriptures tell you right there what's going to go down. So you would want to reconsider. You would want that. But once again, what I want for my people, you got to want for it more than we want for you. We want for you. We're rooting for our people. But you got to want it more. You got to seek out your own salvation. Because at the end of the day, you know, once you get the word, our job is done. It's up to you to receive it. It's up to you to hear it. It's up to you to see it. If you don't, you know, shalom, may the Lord be with you, you know. But if you do, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, let me drop that. Let me hit you with let me get Psalms 55 and 20. Hold on, just bear me 1 second. 20. Excuse me. Okay. It says, actually 21. Well, I'm going to start at 20. It says, he had put forth his hand. Oh, hold on. I'm going to start at 19. It says, the power shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes. Therefore, they fear not the powers. Verse 20. He had put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Understand that. Let me read 22 and then I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. It says, verse 22, cast thy burden upon the Most High, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Understand that although we in hell right now, when you come back to the Lord, when you shed yourself for the world, the Lord put that hedge around you. Understand that knowing who your oppressor is, his word's smoother than butter. These damn devils will sit there and they'll talk in real cool, calm, and in their mind, they're thinking 50 million ways of how they're going to slit your throat, 50 million ways they could torture you and kill you while they smiling in your face. How I know? All these so-called red dogs that's out here, whether it's on your slave or whatever, cross them. Get them upset. Listen to what would come out their mouth. Look at their eyes and how they would respond if you was to turn around and just slightly offend them. You be every nigga a spick in the book. You would be every... They would talk about slitting your throat, hanging you, everything. They want to kill you. You should die. Blood. It's going to be consistent. What's going to come out their mouth going to consist of something that's going to deal with your blood being spilt on that ground. Or dying. Because it's in their blood. Their words are smoother than butter. They'll sit there and talk a good game. They're the best actors out here in the world. These devils out here are the best actors in the world. Because they know how to put that game face on. They know how to deceive. Why? Because they're the biggest deceivers out there. They're the biggest devils out there. They'll sit there and have you thinking one thing, and you be the first one. A lot of our people will sit there and be like, nah, white people are cool. They're cool. They're this. They're that. You know? And then you turn around, and then what happens? When there's black issues, you won't hear nothing. Like, a lot of a lot of people, and I'm going to sidebar for a second. A lot of people, like, for instance, I'm going to use somebody like Eminem, the rapper. A lot of our people be like, oh, he's this, he's that, he's the nicest rapper, he's a GOAT, whatever. But understand that with all these black issues that's going on, you don't hear Eminem speaking or being an advocate for any of the people, the same culture that he's made his millions off of. You don't hear him trying to speak up for the social injustices. Now, if it's something that I'm missing, then Salakia. But I've not heard or seen, you know, unless it's something out there that he have done, I've not heard or seen him speak out on any social injustices within Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The same people that you're getting your paycheck off of, using their style of music. I mean, unless, like I said, unless it's something I'm missing, I bring him up because when you talk to some brothers or whatever, they Eminem. But at the end of the day, you're getting paid off of using a style or a genre of music that you're dealing with people. Now, if he sat there and spoke up, then I'll say, all right, well, he really have a liking for white people, but he ain't saying nothing. He's quiet. But that's expected because you have to know who your oppressor is. Understand that they're culture vultures, they're deceivers, and they sit there and make you think one thing and it's something else. They'll sit there and have you thinking you're your friend. You get drunk around them, next thing you know, you end up chopped up in their basement in a freezer somewhere. Because that's how they do. That's they get down. Understand that unless we come back to the Most High, unless we get right, shed ourselves of the world, we are always going to fall at the hands of our oppressor, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. We will always fall short and fall and be slaughtered. How you come back to the Lord? ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. You getting these classes. You go on the website isupk.com and you try to find a school near you. Understand that when you shed yourself of the world and you come into this truth, you see how much better your life will become and start to become. But keep in mind that before it gets better, it's going to get worse. Like anything else. Okay, Israel, that's my time. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakathum. Yahweh Shema Alathum Bashem Yahushai. Shalom.
See,